This message is for the parents. If you're currently a parent, if you want to be a parent, if you have, even the people who have adult children, especially people who have small children, and then the people who are aspiring to have children, I want to encourage you today. I have 4 children. My daughter's 24. I have a 19-year-old, a 17-year-old, and a 15-year-old. And I have great relationships with all of them. And I must say, like, I've always had great relationships with all of them. My kids are pretty good. Now, mind you, my kids aren't like perfect children. They are trifling and lazy and wonderful and amazing. They're all of those things that kids are. I will never say, well, my kids ain't capable of doing what they won't do. I will never act like they're perfect, because they're not. They're just perfect for me. But people often ask me, how do I have a good relationship? Constance, how do you have a good relationship with your kids? Especially my daughter, because she, the people see my daughter a lot. But I have an equally good relationship with all 4 of my children, even the boys. And let me just tell you, let me just kind of give you the traits of my kids. My daughter, my bestie, we got close when she was a teenager. She was about 14. She was getting bullied, and I was always working. And I didn't realize, I was working so hard for them to have this great life, and I didn't realize what was going on with her personally and what was going on with her at school. So we started to talk every day, and I started to pour into her and, telling her how important she was. But that didn't happen until she was 14. Now, my mom left when I was 14. And that is one of the most critical stages, I think, of a young girl's life. Is when they're going through adolescence, when they're confused about so many things, when they need their mom the most. So I wanted to make sure I was there for my child. But I wasn't, even though I was physically there, I was working so much that, I was not paying attention. Thankfully, I was able to grab a hold of that, thank God. And we just got super close. Today, she moved back in with me. She has her own home. She's an investor. So she moved back in with me. And so we'll be on the phone. Like, she's in one floor and I'm on one floor. We'll be on the phone talking. Or when she lived on her own, we FaceTiming each other, just with the phone on FaceTime while I'm working, she's working. We're always together. We enjoy each other's company. My number 2, my oldest son, Duders. I call him Duders. He's the only one who still has a nickname. But that boy don't play about me. He don't play about me or his sister. He don't play about his mama or his sister. I think he's been accused of being a mama's boy, but not in that way. Not in a way that you think. Like, he's not all up under me like that, but I am the first person that he'll call for advice. I'm the first person he'll call and be like, Mom, how do I look? Obviously, I'm the first person that he'll ask for money. But I'm his go-to person. And, when he was little, that boy, he was so inquisitive. He talked so damn much, but he would always ask very blunt questions, and I would always give him very blunt answers. Mom, what's sex? Mom, what's head? Mom, like stuff like that. And I would just tell him. It was frightening. And then, but today, like, that boy, is always telling me what I deserve, and always wanting the best for me. My middle son, quiet. Very quiet, very analytical. I try to show all my kids affection. Like, I hug them, I kiss them, I tell them I love them all the time. And it used to be they couldn't pass by me without me hugging them. But now they're like, Mom, please go away. But he will come in my room. Like yesterday morning, he came in my room, just laid on me. He allows me to hug him. And then my youngest son, when he was little, he was just clown. As he's gotten older, he's very quiet. He loves his family, but he loves them in secret. He won't let them know he loves them. He'd be like, Mom, is Warren safe? Mom, where's Kyron? Kyron's not home. Mom, did you check up on it? Right? But he won't let his siblings know that he cares, because he got to be mean. But let me tell you why I have a great relationship with all of my kids. I listen to them. That's it. I listen to them. I allow them the space to express themselves. I trust that I've poured so much positivity in my children that they're going to come back with positivity. So I don't worry about how they express themselves to me. They know. Listen, what they do know is I don't play. You're not gonna like me and my daughter. My daughter is my bestie, but I ain't one of her little friends. So they're not disrespectful. They know that they can't curse in front of me. So we have our moments, right? So, but for the most part, I listen to them. So number one, I listen to them. That's number one. The other thing I do is I assess how they feel. So I've asked them throughout their lives, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank me as a mother? And I don't want you to give me a 10. Sometimes they'll give me a 10, but sometimes they'll be like a 7. You know, why 7? Because, you know, ain't nobody a 10. Whatever. But I really I want you to give me honest feedback. I never feel bad because I know that I've given 100% to my children. So they ain't nothing that they could say to make me feel bad. Yeah, I've made some missteps, mistakes, and everything else. You know, I probably whooped them when I shouldn't have whooped them. But I didn't do anything that wasn't out of love. So I don't have any regrets. I would have done some things differently, but I have no regrets. So I can definitely say that wholeheartedly with my children. But so I give them the space to tell me, like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where am I? And how can I improve? How can I get to a 10? What do I need to do? And sometimes they just be like, you know, don't be telling my mom all our business, or stay off the social media so much, or maybe not work so much, you know. So they've told me all of these things, and I've taken that under consideration, and then I've tried to improve based upon that. The other thing I'll say is the time. I make sure we have quality time. Now, as I said, when they were growing up, I worked a lot. I was trying to provide this great life for my kids. I was trying to provide these experiences for my kids. So I went hard. I was first one in the office, the last one out. That's what I did. And so that took me away from them a lot. But when I was there, I made sure that our time was quality. It may not have been the quantity, but it was quality. And I much rather have quality time over quantity time. I could be at home yelling and screaming all day, or I could be at home not present, but I made sure if I only had 25% of the time, I would give them 100% of that 25%. So those things, listening, fundamental, giving them the space to be able to express themselves is paramount, and quality over quantity. Those are the 3 things that I would say that has allowed me to have a great relationship with my children.
Baby girl ain't got no bars, she just hella whack. My youngest Millie. Not diss track.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to diss everybody, like.
And for you aspiring parents, or for people, like, if you have kids and maybe you've made some mistakes, maybe you didn't do the best, maybe you were an absent parent, it's as long as you have breath in your body, it's not too late. And if you're in a place where you're disconnected from your children, if you're a parent, you should never stop trying until the day you die, because these are the reflection of you, and it's our responsibility as the parents to make sure that our kids are good. Everything that they are is who we've trained them to be. And so the only people that we can blame, unless there's some kind of mental health issues involved, the people that we can blame on how they turn out is really us. What are the values that we instilled in them? What are the things that we taught them? What are the things that we did to them? What have we exposed them to? So I just want to encourage you parents, it's never too late to have a good relationship with your children. It's never too late.